समप्रभाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ धातु ब्रह्मैव सम्प्रोक्तो जीव आख्यातमुच्यते प्रकृतिकृत्स्वबन्धादिर् धातु ब्रह्मात्मने नमः. We have seen the Pullinga, Strilinga and Napumsakalinga Shabdas, some pronouns and the incremental learning. Now we'll have a look at the Sandhi Karya, overview of some Sandhi Karyas which are important, and to know that we have to know the sthanas of each and every letter. There is a chart here. Whenever possible, just go through this chart. There is a chart here which gives the sthana. So ka varga, ka, kha, ga, ga, nya, hakara, akara and akara have the kanta sthana, because the pronunciation, sthana means the place from where the pronunciation happens, where the air hits from the vocal cords. When you are uttering something, that time where the air is kind of blocked or constricted, that place where it originates, the sound originates, that is called as the sthana. So throat area is kantha, ka, kha, ga, gha, nya, hakara and akara, akara. These vowels, they have the sthana as kantha. The cha varga is the what is called as a talu, just behind the where you just behind the above and behind the teeth. Above the teeth, that's the palate, and that's where you touch the tongue for the pronunciation to happen. Cha, cha, ja, ja, nya. So the pancham, the fifth of the class of all classes, you have to be careful in pronouncing it. You have to nasalize that as well. So kha, ka, ga, ga, nya. So you say the something like the third letter of the class with a nasalization, you will get the fifth of the class. So cha, cha, ja, ja, nya, yakara, shakara, ikara or ikara, dirgha. The pronunciation sthana is the talu. So talavya, they are called the talavya letters. So when we say shankar shakara, that is the talavya shakara. And the tongue need not necessarily touch. So that also is shown here by what is called as the effort. So this is the sthana A, vertically is the sthana A, what you see here, and the effort meaning the prayatna. So bahya antah prayatna, the internal or the external effort needed to pronounce, that is in the is mentioned horizontally here. So what is said is that contacted means these ka varga, the varga letters, all the ka varga, cha varga, ta varga, ta varga and pa varga letters, the tongue touches the sthana, or because in ka varga the tongue is already touching the throat, that's where the tongue joins the, so there is a contact, you cannot remove the contact. Similarly, when you pronounce the cha varga, there is a contact of the tongue at the palate. But what you see here, this area here, slightly contacted, slightly open or open, that is the sparsha. How is the sparsha of the tongue? So there is a slight contact and the throat is slightly open, the mouth is slightly open or completely open. That is how you will get the vowels and the sibilants. Completely, when the mouth is completely open at the kantha is completely open, you get akara or akara. Similarly, all the vowels are, when you open the mouth completely, then only you will get all the vowels. But when you have slightly open, the mouth is slightly open and you that's the prayatna, then you get this hard or soft consonants, aspirates and sibilants. So shakara, shakara, sakara, etc. So that's how you read the chart. Then the ta varga is the murdhanya. Murdhanya meaning the roof. The tongue touches the roof of the mouth. Similarly, refa, the shanmukh shakara, and the vowels r and r. That's where the tongue touches. Now it can be completely touching or slightly touching based on whether it's a varga letter or not a varga letter. Dantya, ta varga is dantya, ta tha da da na, then lakara, sakara and rikara. labials, which means the Oshtya. Oshtya is the Pakara, Pakara, Bakara, Bakara, Makara, Pa, Pa, Ba, Ba, Ma, Va, U and U. So this is how you read the chart, and why it is important is based on the sthana, the proximity of the two letters in sthana and prayatna, sthana prayatna. That is how the sandhi karya happens. When there is a rule is ordained which says that this is a replacement for when these two letters come together, then if there are multiple letters in the ordained rule, then which letter will take the replacement, which letter will replace, that is identified by the proximity of sthana and prayatna between the letters, between the sthana, between the sthani, meaning that which will be replaced, and that which is ordained as a replacement. Now this is just a brief introduction to that. Those who are interested can go through the chart and the rules. We'll look through the rules only briefly, so that we know how to make and what kind of letters are involved in the sandhi. So for that we have to know another thing, which is the Maheshwara Sutra, to know what short forms are used, like ach or hal. When we say ach or hal, how do you get? Ach means a vowel and hal means a consonant. How do you get that? So that we see through the Maheshwara Sutra. This sutra in the tradition is considered, these 14 sutras are considered to have origin, have their origin in Shiva's Damru. When Panini Maharshi was not able to understand Vyakarana and he was teased by his colleagues or his co-students, that time he did tapasya, and Bhagavan Shiva played his Damru, and from this his Damru these letters have come, based on which the entire Vyakarana was developed by Maharshi Panini. So a, I, un, ril, rik, these are all the letters. All the letters are reorganized to make short forms, which are called as pratyaharas, and based on those short forms the sutras are made, Vyakarana sutras, and that's how we'll understand the adesha, which is adesha meaning a rule ordaining a particular replacement, and such. But for our sandhi karya we'll need to know what is ach, what is jash, what is hal. So a brief introduction to that. So for that we have to know how short forms are made. Although we do not know all short forms, we have to know what they mean. When somebody mentions in the class, if I mention something, this is the adesha, then at least we can go back and have a look as to which are the replacements. Just a second. Yeah. So a, I, un, ril, rik, a, ong, I, ouch. These are the first 4 sutras which collectively stand for the entire set of vowels. A to this chakara. Chakara in the end, which is a consonant. This consonant or a, I, un, in every sutra the last consonant is not the part of the letter which are mentioned. So a, I, un stands for a, akara, ikara, ukara, and there the dirghas also, dirghas or plutas. So a, all these are included in akara. So a, I, un, if I have to talk about a, I, un, a, akara, ikara, ukara, or a, complete a meaning a, akara, 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 ikara, ikara, and so on, then I just have to say un. This akara, the first letter, and the last letter, which is called an it letter, which will be which is subject to lopa. Lopa as in which undergoes elision. That and that which is not included in the when the rule is formed. Then un means akara, ikara, ukara. So all that I have to mention, Panini Maharshi has to mention is un. Un means akara, ikara, ukara. So he may say un somewhere, which will mean akara, ikara, ukara. It's a short form. It's a mnemonic. Similarly, this entire set of vowels is called as, you start from a, akara, and chakara, ending with chakara, which is an it letter. So this first 4 sutras will be called as ach. Ach is a pratyahara. Pratyahara short form, which will include akara, ikara, ukara, rikara, rikara. Actually, it will include a, I, u. When I say a, then it includes all its cousins also, all its siblings also, because akara, akara, and akara, all these are included. So dirgha, pluta are also included. But when you say akara, then dirgha is not included. When akara is mentioned, then hraswa is not included. So ach will include a, e, u, r, a, o, I and o. These are the letters which are all the vowels, they are included. Similarly, if I say ak, ak means a, e, u, r and r. And h will mean a, o, I and o. H will mean I and o only. Similarly, eng will mean a and o only. This is how the short forms are formed. Further is from the 5th sutra, it is hayavarat, lan, the lakara is nasalized here, lan, nyamangananam, jhabanj, ghadadash, jabagadash, khapa chatata chatatau, kapai, shasasar, hal. So here also this hakara from the 5th sutra, ha, to this lakara in the last 14th sutra is hal. This is also hal over here, but when hal, we say hal, that time this hal is not talked about. This hakara from the 5th sutra and ha from the 5th sutra and lakara from the last sutra, those are talked about, meaning all the letters starting from hakara till lakara, which are the consonants. So ha, ya, va, ra, la, nya, ma, nga, na, na, and so on. Another thing to be noted is that in the 7th sutra, for example here, nya, ma, nga, na, na, these are the when you look at the varga letters, ka, kha, ga, ga, nya, cha, cha, ja, ja, nya. So all these 5 of the 5th of the class are included. So 7th sutra is the 5th of the class letters, class consonants. There are 5 sets of class consonants, each having 5 letters. So there are 5 classes with 5 class consonants. So there are 25 consonants, class consonants. They are included here. Varga Panchama. Varga Panchama is the 7th sutra, meaning the 5th of each of the class. This Nyakara is the 5th of the Cha Varga. Makara is the 5th of the Pa Varga. Nyakara is the 5th of the Ka Varga. Nakara is the 5th of the Ta Varga. And Nakara is the 5th of the Ta Varga. So this is how the 5th of the class included. Similarly, if you go through this sutras and analyze, or go through the book and see the chart, you will see that some pratyaras, some sutras, they cover the particular class letters. Like Jhabhanj, Jhakara, Bhakara, then Ghakara, Dhakara, Dhakara. All of these are what? These are Mahaprana letters, where you say Ja, Jha, Ba, Bha. So if you look at them, then what is it including is that Ja, Cha, Cha, Ja, Jha, Pa, Pha, Ba, Bha. So 4th of the class, which is a Mahaprana letter. So when I say Jhash, this Jhakara, Mahaprana Jhakara and Shakara, Murdhanya Shakara, then you will get Jhash is the 4th of the class. 7th sutra is the 5th of the class. 8th and 9th sutras put together are the 4th of the class. 10th sutra is the 3rd of the class. Each of the class, the third letter which occurs in each of the classes is included in the 10th sutra. Then Khapa Chatata Chatata, if you look at this, then Kha and then Kapai. Kha, Pha, Cha, Tha, Tha, Chatatau, Kapai. These, now 11th sutra, if you look at it, what is Kha? Ka, Kha, the 2nd of the class. Pa, Pha, 2nd of the class. So on and so forth. So you analyze them, then you will see that there is 5th of the 2nd of the class and something more is included, because Cha, Ta and Ta, these 3 are the 1st of the class. But 11th to 12, 11 and 12, when you put them together, Khai, if you say Khai, then Khai will include the 2nd and the 1st of the class letters. This is how they are reorganized, and there is an order in which even in the sutra they are not in the same order that we look at the classes. So Ka Varga, Cha Varga, this is not the order in which the letters are there, for various reasons which we may not be able to know completely, because we have to know each and every sutra which applies in each circumstance to know why it is ordered in this way. The sutra as in the Panini Sutra, which are 4,000 in number. So Panini Maharshi, or the way Shiva gave it to Panini Maharshi, this is the shortest way that the rules could be formed. Shasasar. So Shasasar, you see, the aspirants and sibilants are also managed in this way. Hakara, there is a recurrence. This Hakara and this Hakara, there is a recurrence. For the same reason that sometimes he wants to exclude hakara, sometimes he wants to include hakara. And why I am saying hakara, akara, jhakara, all of these, the akara, except for in the vowels, when you say from the fifth sutra onwards, ha, ya, va, ra, the akara with hakara, this is hakara plus akara is ha, yakara plus akara is ya. Similarly, this ghakara plus akara is gha. But these sutras are talking about only the consonants. The akara in the sutra is only for the pronunciation. Otherwise, you cannot pronounce a consonant without a vowel. No consonant can be pronounced without a vowel. Just like in ka varga, when we say ka varga, the letter is only kakara. Kakara, khakara, gakara. But you say ka varga, the akara there is only to help pronounce that. But it is only a single consonant, not two letters. Otherwise, ka would mean two letters, kakara and akara. Similarly here, hakara is what is intended in the sutra, a consonant, but ha plus hakara plus akara is ha, and that ha only stands for hakara. Akara within that hakara is only within the ha is only for pronunciation, to help aid pronunciation. This is what we have now. Similarly, now there can be various short forms. Say if a jash is said, the 10th sutra is jash. So jash can be an adesha in a sandhi. When jash is said that, then if ghakara takes jash adesha, then gha will be replaced by ja. Ghakara will be replaced by jakara, because the proximity in sthana and prayatna. This is how we have to check. So say there is a third of the class ordained. So third of the class is ordained, then we have to look at if some letter of the class consonant is the sthani, meaning is that which in the sandhi, when two letters are pronounced in close proximity, that time there is a sandhi. That time, let's third of the class is ordained for both put together, or only one of the letters which are in the sandhi, which are in close proximity. Then we have to analyze as to which class consonant is, which class does it belong to. So it belongs to ka varga. Then third of the class will be ka, kha, ga. Ga will be the adesha. This is how the rules are formed. Anyway, let's go to the. So here the chart explains. So yes, he's used these words which I am not comfortable with, diphthongs and things like that. People who are comfortable may go through this. Simple vowels, a, e, u, r, r. These are simple vowels, and then she said diphthongs, a, o. These are ekara, okara. They are dirgha. Ekara, okara, aikara, and okara are dirgha. They do not have their hraswa. There is no hraswa for ekara, okara, aikara, or okara. In some technical cases, there is a hraswa identified in the sutra, but otherwise there is no hraswa here. Semi-vowel, hakara is the semi-vowel, fifth of the class, means nyam. Nyam is the fifth of the class, jash is the fourth of the class, jash is the third of the class, khapa chatata chatata, the khai and kapai. So the khapa chatata chatata and kapai, these sutras, those two sutras put together give the second and the first of the class. There is no split in the sutra as second or the first of the class separately. Similarly, sibilants are shall. Shall is the sibilant, but you will see a lot of shar in the where hakara is excluded. When hakara has to be excluded, the Maharshi will give the adesha shar or something. Identify as shar. Shari. Shari means when shar letter follows. Anyway, this is just so that we are comfortable with short forms, but I will not use the sutras while mentioning the sandhi karya. Let's look at some of the sandhi rules. So sandhi, when is a sandhi mandatory? Sandhi is mandatory in a compound, in a samasa. In a compound, when two or more words come together, that makes a compound. In a compound, there the sandhi is mandatory. You cannot say Rama and Ishwara. You can't say there is a word Rameshwara. So Rameshwara, there is a temple Rameshwara. So Rameshwara, Rama. Let's look at this. Rama. If I say just a second, I think my Baraha is not open. Okay, so sandhis. So if I say Ramaha, Rama, the word Rama and Ishvara, if I have to say Ramaha and Ishvara has two separate words, then there is no sandhi. There is no sandhi necessary in a sentence. But if I want to make a compound, so in a compound, samasa, compound, sandhi is mandatory. So sandhi is mandatory in a compound. For example, Rama plus Ishvara will be Rameshwara. The akara at the end of the word Rama and ikara in the beginning of the word Ishvara will form an ekara. Both are replaced. You see, A is the adesha, A is the sandhi rule, A is the replacement for akara and ikara together. So you get Rameshwara. You cannot say Rama Ishvara and consider that to be a compound. There will be two separate words. Similarly, in a pada, the pada as in a quarter, pada. Mandatory in a pada also. Pada meaning a quarter of a verse, such as Gita verse. There also you have to do sandhi. So if although there are two separate words, but they are part of one quarter, then a sandhi is mandatory there. Samasa, pada, and between a prefix and a word during a word formation. So when you are in a word formation, so between a prefix and the rest of the body, rest of the word in a word formation. So between a prefix and the rest of the word, what is called as an anga. So the prefix and the rest of the word in a word formation, there also it is mandatory. So let's say I say the example would be say a or some, say some plus say sarga. Okay, say sarga, or let's say let's say some. This will become anuswara. Some plus sarga will become samsarga. So here this anuswara, makara becoming anuswara is mandatory here. You cannot say sam and sarga separately. It has to become an anuswara, samsarga, which is Gita, etc. So these are the places where it's mandatory, but it is optional in a sentence. In a sentence, one may decide to do sandhi or not to do sandhi based on the vivaksha. If I have to take a pause somewhere, I'll not do a sandhi. If I want to say something very fast, then I have to do a sandhi. Then there is a visarga sandhi, which is actually a part of the consonant sandhi, hal sandhi. So hal means a consonant and ach means a vowel. We have seen this pratyaharas. So there is a ach sandhi and hal sandhi. These are the two categories really. But then visarga sandhi, although part of hal sandhi, is sometimes considered separately and called as visarga sandhi, because visarga has a lot of rules governing based on what follows, what precedes, what kind of adesha happens, what kind of replacement happens. Visarga is also called as visarjaniya. There is a chart for visarga sandhi. This is the easiest way to look at Sandhi. Sorry. Or through practice you will get the Sandhi. Don't go through technicalities. If you don't have enough time, enough bandwidth, then look at the Sandhis on case by case basis. If you have enough time, then go through this chart and try to analyze what happens. So here, for example, Purva and Paraha. Purva means the earlier letter, Para means the later letter. So when this Purva and Para come together, that time there is a Sandhi. In the situations just mentioned. So when Sandhi happens, and these are in pronunciation, they are not in writ, they are not in, because everything is, this is a language which is spoken. And when you are speaking it very fast, then that time the Sandhi has to be made. So Purva and Para has a Sandhi. Now look at this. Purva letter is Akara, Akara, Ich. Ich means A, I, Un, Ril, Rik, A, Ong, I, Ouch. So E will include Ikara, E. E will include E, U, Ril, R, A, O, I and O. This is what Ich means. This Ich will include all those letters. When A precedes Purva, A precedes and Para is A. Between A and A, what is the Sandhi? As in, what is the Sandhi means? Now this is a Visarga Sandhi. A and A precedes and A follows, but Visarga is sandwiching this. Visarga is in between. So it is like Ramaha Agachati. So this Sandhi will be, or here she is given Shivoham. So this is a better example. So, Shivoham. Shivaha Aham. So the Visarga Sandhi is what? Here. Actually Visarga Sandhi we could come back to later because it is a little complicated. But anyway, since the chart is there, I'll mention the examples at least. In this book there are some examples given, and the rule itself takes its name for easy as an aid to help us in our memory. So we call it Shivoham Sandhi, for example. This is a Shivoham Sandhi. Shivaha Aham. So Shivaha Aham. What this means is this is a Visarga Sandhi, meaning this Visarga Shivaha that you say, this Visarga is preceded. Purva is Akara, A precedes, and what follows is also Akara, because Aham, this Akara here. So what this is actually Shiv, A, Visarga, and there is an Akara. So the Sandhi is this is the Sandhi. This is the Sandhi here. A, Visarga and A. Then what happens to this Visarga? This Visarga becomes O. It's a longer rule, but then what you see is Shivaha Aham equal to Shivoham equal to Shivoham, and Shivoham, or there is the way it is written, you get Shivo and Aham, Hum. This Akara, you see there is an O Adesha, you see Shivaha Aham becomes Shivo, and this Akara is dropped. This is how, there are multiple rules, but end result is Shivoham. So that's why it's called a Shivoham Sandhi. Shivaha Aham becomes Shivoham. If it is just Shiva without Visarga, it would have been a different Sandhi. So this is a Visarga Sandhi here. And this is how you read the chart, Shivoham. Now Akara and followed by A or H, meaning any vowel other than A. The Akara precedes a Visarga which is followed by any vowel except A. Then the Visarga drops. Like Arjunaha Uvacha will become Arjuna Uvacha. Visarga Lopa. So there is a Visarga Lopa. Arjuna, so it's Arjuna Uvacha Sandhi. You can't see the Visarga here. And Arjuna here is not a Sambodhana. It is Arjunaha. Arjuna means Arjuna said. Not Hey Arjuna Uvacha. It is Arjunaha. Arjuna first case. Uvacha. Spoke thus. So Arjuna Uvacha it will become Arjunaha Uvacha, Arjuna Uvacha. Then Namo Namaha Sandhi. Namaha and Namaha, meaning what? The Akara precedes, then there is a Visarga. What will that become? That will become this Hush. Hush is a consonant now. Hush is what? Haya Varat. All the letters. The Varga Panchama, Hayavarat Lan Nyamagananam Jabanj Ghadadash Jabagada till the third of the class. So fifth of the class, fourth of the class, third of the class, Hayavara. So all these letters put together, Hayavara, and fifth of the class, fourth of the third and third of the class. That is Hush. So when Hush letter follows, you get a Namo Namaha. So Okara is the Adesha here. A plus Visarga plus A is O and Akara is dropped. A plus Visarga and any vowel except A, you will get the Visarga drops. A is the Adesha and Visarga drops. There is a Visarga Lopa. Then O. If this is an example here, any of the Hush letter follows, then you get the O as the Adesha. Akara, see A plus Visarga plus Hush letter will give you the Sandhi as O. So Namo Namaha. And you have to see which is replaced here. What is replaced is this A. A plus Hush with sandwiched with a Visarga. What is replaced is the Visarga. Visarga is replaced with an O. And not only Visarga, this A is also gone now. Nama plus, so if you look at this, Nama, difficult to mention without this. So Nama plus Visarga. There is a Namaha Visarga and Namaha Namo Namaha. So Namaha, this Akara. So what this is equal to? Nam plus A plus Visarga, and there is a Na letter here. This is Nakara and Amaha. So I am just breaking this word. The Sandhi is between this A, Visarga and Na. This Nakara is a Hush. It is a Hush letter. Why is a Hush letter? Because it is the fifth of the class. Cha cha ja ja na, tata da na, that Nakara is the fifth of the class, which is part of the Nyamangana Nam, which is a part of Hush. Hayavarat Lan Nyamangana Nam, that Nakara, it is a part of the Hush Pratyahara, the short form Hush from the Maheshwara Sutra, and therefore when Hush follows a Visarga which is preceded by an Akara, then both of this Akara and Visarga, you see it is replaced by Okara, and you will get Namo Namaha. So Namo Namaha Sandhi. If you remember one example, then it is easier to form the remember the rule and recall in some circumstances. Anyway, I'll skip this rule. We'll see this. There are a lot of this rule is a little tricky and not needed, not seen so much. Then this ka, kha, cha, cha, sha, ta, tha, sha, tha, tha, sa, pa, pa. These are the divisions made, and that's how the Visarga changes. Visarga. So what is called as Jivha Muliya. Jivha Muliya means where the Akara, Visarga, and Kakara or Khakara. When this is the sequence, then what happens to that Visarga? How is the pronunciation? So you say, you don't say Duhu Kam. The Duhu Kam is not the pronunciation. It is Dukkham. So Dukkham, this Dukkham, the Visarga, you see how it is pronounced. It is like half. It is cut down into half. Dukkham. That is that pronunciation of Visarga is called Jivha Muliya. It's an optional also. Sometimes rules are optional. But anyway, this pronunciation Dukkha, the Visarga followed by Kakara or Khakara, that is what is called as Jivha Muliya. Similarly, you see Shakara, when followed by Shakara, Rama, Akara followed by Visarga, which is followed by Shakara, Shankar Shakara. What happens is, followed by this Chakara, Visarga which is followed by Chakara, Chakara or Shakara, that becomes Shakara. So Ramascha. So Ramaha plus this Cha. This Visarga which is preceded by Akara and followed by Chakara will become Shakara. So you will get, it will become Shakara, this Shankar Shakara. So you will get Ramascha. This is Sandhi. And so on. I will not go through all the Sandhis. I'll just mention Ramashtikate. So Ramaha followed by Takara. Ramaha Tikate will become, the Visarga will become Murdhanya. It will become Ramashtikate. It will become Shakara. The Murdhanya Shakara. And Namahate. Namahate is Namaste. Punah will become, so Punah Punaha. That this is the only place where fa is pronounced Punah Punaha. Not Punah Punaha, not Punaha Punaha, Punah Punaha. This is the only place where you will hear the Hindi fa, the way you say fool. In Sanskrita there is no fa except in this scenario where Punah Punaha. In chanting you say Punah Punaha. I'm not mentioning the option right now, and you can go through the chart. Like for example, when a is preceding a visarga, and then any of the a, ich, basically any vowel or hush letter follows. Any vowel or the aspirants or the consonants, like the fourth of the class, fifth of the class, fourth of the class, and third of the class, any of these letters which are called soft consonants, they follow, any of the letter follows, then visarga drops. So Janaha Agachanti is an example. Then Janaha Agachanti will become Jana Agachanti. There is a visarga lopa, the visarga goes away. Similarly, Guna Guneshu, Gunaha Guneshu Vartante. So Gunaha, and Gakara is what? It's parts of hush. It is a part of hush pratyahara. Therefore, there is a visarga lopa. Gunaha will become Guna. Guna Guneshu. When you split this sandhi, it will be Gunaha Guneshu. Otherwise, Guna has no meaning. You will think that it is Akaranta Strilinga. No, but it is actually not Akaranta Strilinga Prathama Ekvachana. It is Akaranta Gunaha, Akaranta Pullingaha Prathama Bahuvachana. Gunaha it is. So when ich meaning any vowel except for akara or so any vowel except meaning and dirgha or raswa, except for that when any other vowel precedes, ich precedes, meaning e, u, r, a or I, o, au. Any of this precedes a visarga and it is followed by any vowel or hush consonant. Then there is a refa adesha. Refa, this rakara, also called rakara, refa adesha. See, guruhu adihi is gururadi. Guruhu eva gurureva. These are the vowels. Then hush letter. Bakara is a hush letter. Guruhu brahma. So you say gurur brahma. Not guruhu brahma. Not guru brahma. Gurur Brahma. This is a Refa Adesha. And when Refa follows, then there is a Lopa and Dirgha. So this letter, this particular Sandhi will skip, since we don't see it so many times. We'll skip this. And then the last Sandhi here, Saha or Eshaha. This also is, this is commonly seen in verses. Saha or Eshaha, these are the exceptions. Only these words, these are particular words. Saha or Eshaha, when Saha Esha will take an Adesha, like Saha Aham. Saha Aham will become Soham. Saha Aham will become Soham. This is like the Shivoham, like Shivoham Sandhi. Saha Aham will become Soham. But whenever Akara follows, that's the only when Akara follows. Whenever any other vowel or anything else follows, in fact, anything except for Akara when it follows, then the Sandhi is, there is a Visarga Lopa. Saha Eva will become Sa Eva. Saha Purusha will become Sa Purusha. Eshaha Purusha will become Esha Purusha. So you have to remember that only when Akara follows the Visarga, which is preceded by this word Sa or Esha. So Eshaha, Saha, these are the only two words. When these are followed by Akara, you get Soham, or eshoham, but otherwise you will get the visarga lopa. This is not such an important rule, but you'll see a lot of cases. You'll see it's not a typo. The visarga lopa has happened due to sandhi. Anyway, I'll skip through the examples. Go through the examples if interested and if time permits. Otherwise, we'll see the sandhi as and when we go through tattva bodha. Let's look at the ach sandhi, meaning a vowel sandhi. Now this is a chart for vowel sandhi. When two vowels come together, then either the first vowel may be replaced, the second vowel may be replaced, or both may be replaced. And what is the replacement? The first may be the replacement, second may be the replacement, or a third which is related to the first and second may be the replacement. So these are the possible combinations. Now you see the ach. Ach is a, I, U, R, A, O, I and O. So this is how they are mentioned vertically also and horizontally. So I, U, R, A, O, I and O. The way they occur in the sutra. We'll look at this chart a little later in the next class, and hopefully we'll look at this as well as the hal sandhi quickly in 1 or 2 classes, and then we'll move on to the panchavritti, the 5 different ways in which nouns are formed. I'll just quickly go through them, and then in another class maybe, and then we'll move on to tattva bodha. Om Tat Sat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.